Hi, so today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about soccer. Growing up, I used to be involved in so many different sports. I used to play basketball, soccer, swim, and also tennis. After 21 years of being involved in so many sports, I can honestly say that soccer is the best sport ever played. There are so many different aspects to soccer, and it's not just about playing. You can ref, which is something that I do now. You can coach, you can train, and of course, watch. First, I want to talk to you guys about the history of soccer. It dates back to the 8th century in England, and throughout the 1800s, they tried to join all these different versions of the game. Some of these versions included holding the ball with your hands and also obstructing someone who has the ball by kicking them, tripping them, or holding them back. When these two rules were removed from the game, some of the clubs did not appreciate that and basically withdrew from the league and formed the Rugby Football Union, which is actually where rugby originated from. FIFA, or known as the Federal International Football Association, was formed in Paris in 1904. And now I want to talk to you guys specifically why football or soccer is the best sport played in the world. First, I want to talk about the simplicity of the game. Talking to some football players, they still don't fully understand why some things are the way they are. With soccer, it only takes probably about a week of really watching and understanding things to get a full understanding of how the game is played. There are only 14 or 17, laws in the game, and they consist of number of players. They talk a little bit about the fields, the equipment, the referees, the duration of the match, yellow and red cards, how to restart the match, offsides, and corner kicks. After getting those basics down, it really doesn't get much more difficult as far as understanding. It's really just practicing and getting your skills down that gets difficult, but with understanding the overall point of the game, it's pretty simple, which is awesome. The second reason why soccer is the best sport ever played is because of the international aspect of it. It is played by over 250 million players and in over 200 countries. So it's really something that everyone can celebrate together and everyone can have a common or similar interest in. And now that it's coming up, the World Cup is a huge thing, and it's something that all different countries participate in and really celebrate together, whether your country or your favorite country is in the tournament or not. It's something that everyone really, really does enjoy watching. Another reason why soccer is the best sport played is because of the unpredictability. And basically what I mean by that is that aside from the structure and formation, there really isn't much like solid structure to it, and even throughout the game the formation can change depending on your opponent and the players that you have on your fields. This is a big advantage because it doesn't get boring and there's always something happening. There's always something new that could happen, and that is honestly an awesome thing. Who wouldn't want to be engaged by what they're watching? Now, another thing that I believe makes soccer the best sport ever is that it doesn't limit a player to a certain stereotype as far as physique goes, and because there's no physical size advantage in soccer. For example, Messi, who is now the best player in the world, most can argue, is really, he's 5'7", pretty small, and an average person when looking at him would never say that he's the best soccer player in the world. Unlike basketball, where most players have to be tall, and if you're short, you're most likely at a disadvantage, or football, where they set weight limits and things of that nature, soccer doesn't have that. So any kind of person can play, and every player has a different, unique way of playing due to their physique. Personally, I'm tall, so I tried so many different things out. But something I enjoyed was defender, and it really put me at an advantage because I was taller, so I could always get those head balls if I needed to. So, but if need be, I could go anywhere else on the field because soccer doesn't limit you to one position or one area of the field. Lastly, something that I find really, really different from other sports is that soccer you don't really need a lot of equipment, and it requires minimal equipment at all. You could play it in almost any situation. You could play on the beach, you play on concrete, in grass, on turf. So all you need really is a ball, players, and you could just have like a little friendly match, which is awesome. Which also means that it'll be less costly. Now, most argue that soccer is very physical and there are a lot of injuries, but I would say that in the 21, or not 21, I am 21, but in like the 18 years that I've played in my life, I've probably only been seriously injured once, and that is about it. As long as you know how to play, and most likely the level of play that you'll be playing is appropriate for you, you're not going to be injured. And that's why you have referees who minimize contact as much as possible. And there are a lot of other sports that don't do that, and there's so much more injury prone situations than soccer. So, today you learned a little bit about the history and a lot of reasons why soccer is the best sport and why injury is not something that is really needs to be like completely blown out of proportion when it comes to soccer, because there have been a lot of players who have played for many years and not injured. Hope you have a good day. Thank you. Bye.